Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Corbin Stuckey of Pixel Talk here, and today I'm here to give you my thoughts on what happened at E3 yesterday with the Microsoft convention. I'm going to give you my thoughts and my favorite highlights of the show and just kind of give you my spiel. Not criticism necessarily, but just my thoughts on the new console, Xbox One X. So let's get started with this. So for the most part, compared to other Microsoft E3 openings, I thought this was really good. For Microsoft, I thought it was really good in how they were focused on not only just the new console that they're releasing, but games itself. Really excited, and I gotta say, like, even though I was on the fence of them releasing a new console, this isn't really a new console. If anything, it's just what the PS4 Pro is to the PS4. Like, you know, this is just a new upgraded Xbox. This does have 4K capabilities, and, you know, I will say there is somewhat of a difference. But for the most part, I think from what I'm understanding is, like, you know, Xbox One games will play on this. It is an Xbox One. It's just that it's giving you so much more in terms of 4K capability. And I gotta say, these games look amazing on here. I've never played Metro. I think I've, like, maybe played it, like, once or twice at a friend's house, but I was really intrigued by the graphics that were provided in the Metro game. I thought it was something I was watching out of a movie, honestly. There weren't like any real glitches or anything like that that you would see in a game. I was very surprised at what I was looking at in terms of the Metro game. The fur on the animals looked great, and just everything about it. And this was me watching it on a stream, okay? This looked amazing, and I honestly, for the most part, like, even though they're going to be providing 60 frames per second on these games, I would like to play them on 24 because it would give me that cinematic experience. But either way, it's going to look great, and I was actually very surprised. I was skeptical that this was just an upgraded Xbox One, but given the capabilities of this console, I am very excited to see where this goes. And I've heard there's actually going to be some VR, like, compatibility, so I'm really excited for that. I've tried VR before at a Microsoft store, and I've tried it once, and even trying it once, I would have to say that it's really worth it. The VR experience on Microsoft is really good, and considering that there might be a possible chance that they are going to be doing this on this 4K console, I am very excited. And you can definitely expect me to get a VR helmet in the near future. I don't know if it's going to be right near when I get the Xbox One X, but I'm definitely going to be saving up money so I can get a VR helmet in the future. But enough about the console itself. Let's talk about the games that were released at this press screening, because we all know for a fact that it's not about the consoles, it's about the games. That is what Nintendo Switch is going through right now. Even though Nintendo Switch is a really cool idea and cool console, there's just a lack of games. I only have, like, Legend of Zelda and Mario Kart. So it's really good that Xbox was focused on releasing new content for this new console, and I like the lineup for the most part. So like I said, these games look amazing on this console. I haven't played Metro, but this game made me want to play the other Metros in order to prepare myself for this game. And apparently the Metro series, I had no idea about this, but it was like, it said in the trailer that Metro is actually based on a book by a Russian author, at least from my understanding of what they were portraying in the trailer. So that made me kind of want to read the books and read more into this apocalyptic universe. So just the game itself, though, like not knowing anything about the story, just how the game looks on the console, I was intrigued. I was really excited, and everything else, like, besides that game, looked really good for the most part. I think Forza 7 looks really good. I think there's a majority of games that are going to look good in this 4K quality, and even the games that are really simplistic with their graphics and just design, even Minecraft looks great. There's, like, the clip that they showed where Minecraft is, like, they've really upped the 4K quality. And I chuckled a little bit because I didn't really think that you could improve on Minecraft, but you can. Like, it's like super duper pack or something, I don't know. But yeah, even Minecraft looks great for the most part. And you can see, like, the sunlight going through the trees and everything. It looks amazing. And I was really surprised that they were able to take a game like Minecraft and make it 4K quality. So that's really cool. And there's a game out that I don't really know about this game. I think it was just, like, released. It's called Sea of Thieves, and this was the game, surprisingly, like, even though the design looked kind of weird, this was the game that had, like, my attention, because it's an original game. It's about pirates. It's not a sequel or anything like that. It is a pirates game where you play with characters. You're on a ship, you go to islands, and you take treasures, but there's, like, numerous different things, like, trying to get you, other pirates, living skeletons and stuff, so that's really, really cool that they are making original content for the Xbox One X. And I was just like, I have no idea. This just looked like a really fun game. I really liked Assassin's Creed 4 and how you could play as a pirate. So here's another game where you can play as a pirate and it's also multiplayer, so that's really good. So this was definitely the game that had my attention in terms of originality. And you can expect me to, I don't know, be playing this game on Twitch, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this game. Also, this was kind of the king of the games that they were wanting to release. This is the game that they released at the end. It's called Anthem, and it looks pretty freaking amazing. You can tell, like, with everything else, like, they were trying to rush through everything. Anthem is the last game that they released in the conference, and this is an original title. It is by BioWare, you know, it's from the people who made Dragon Age and Mass Effect, so that has my attention. And it's really stunning. And the things that you can do in this game, this looks like the kind of multiplayer game. I'm really hoping that it doesn't turn out to be like, you know, The Division and Destiny, where it's a fun multiplayer game for a couple days, but after you play it, it gets kind of stale. So I'm hoping it's not that, but it looks pretty interesting for the most part, and I'll give it a chance for sure. And I like the idea of going into an exoskeleton. That's really cool. I love Titanfall and stuff, so I mean, if BioWare wants to make their own interpretation of like an exoskeleton game, then by all means go ahead. In terms of things that they left out, I'm very surprised that they didn't have anything for Halo 6. You'd think that, like, with introducing this new console in their lineup, that they would want you to have a reason to buy this console, and Halo 6 was not involved in Microsoft's E3 this year, which I totally kind of understand. Maybe they have to work on it a little bit, maybe they have to, like, work on it a little bit more to please the fans. I know the fans of Halo right now are a little skeptical on where the series is going. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I am pretty excited to see the 4K capabilities of Halo 6, and I just, you know, if they need time to make this game, they need time to make this game. What I will say that they did release was Assassin's Creed Origins. It looks good. They're actually going to Egypt this time. I don't know why people have been, like, really wanting Assassin's Creed to take place in Egypt for a while. I think it's because they think of Assassin's Creed as this spiritual descendant of Prince of Persia. So they've been really wanting Assassin's Creed to take place in, like, Egypt for a very long time now, which, you know, makes sense. I mean, it's a really good environment, and it looks good. It looks really, really good for the most part. I will say that the gameplay looks kind of the same. The only things that they really added were a bow and arrow, and just when you're jumping off a cliff and you're aiming your bow and arrow, it's like in slow motion. So that's really cool. That's the only thing that really got my attention. I was like, oh my god, that's something different. Everything else looks like it's Assassin's Creed, except for the environment. The environment is also another thing that they added that was really different. So I'll give them props to that, and I will give them props as to taking a 2-year leave for making an Assassin's Creed game, because the last Assassin's Creed game that we had was Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which came out in 2015. So they've been working a while on this game, and I wouldn't really count the Assassin's Creed movie to be that installment because, you know, obviously Assassin's Creed, the movie in 2016, was obviously just a rehash of the first movie. So they've been really taking their time making this game and, you know, pleasing the fans. So that's something that I really appreciate. And another thing that I will say about this conference, and this was actually something I was totally not expecting. So you guys know that for, you know, a while now that they have been pushing backwards compatibility on the Xbox One, because when the Xbox One came out, there was no backwards compatibility, not even on the PS4, and people were freaking out. People were like, oh my god, Xbox doesn't really care about their fans and everything. So over the years spans, as the Xbox One has been, you know, a thing, they have been, you know, pushing backwards compatibility, saying things like, oh no guys, we do care. You can play a select, mind you, a select amount of Xbox 360 games on Xbox One. But what I really was not expecting is that now they're going to be doing backwards compatible Xbox games on the Xbox One. I was surprised. I was like, oh my god, go Xbox. But thinking about it, I don't really care. I mean, I know there's like a lot of older gamers out there who maybe want to play like a select amount of games on the Xbox One X. I like how you have that option now, but here's the thing. The only games that I really played on Xbox, because mind you, like I only like got onto Xbox when I got an Xbox 360. I didn't have an Xbox. I played GameCube, but the only games that I really played that were an original Xbox game were Halo and Halo 2. Maybe a little bit of like the first Call of Duty. That's it. Everything else I just did not play. These games were also available on GameCube. So, I mean, that's cool that they're giving us that option, but in terms of like, you know, big blockbuster titles, I can already play Halo on Xbox One. There's the Halo Master Chief Anniversary game, and, you know, I can play that on Xbox One. So, it's cool that they gave them that option. And I was very surprised by it, but just thinking about it later on, I'm like, you know what? I can't think of any Xbox games that I would play on Xbox One X. So that's just me as a new millennial. I didn't have an Xbox growing up as a kid. I'm sure people who had Xboxes growing up as a kid will take full-on advantage of that. But that's really cool that Microsoft did that for them. So that's a really cool thing that they did. Good job, Xbox. And there was a whole lot of other games that were released, but I just wanted to talk about the games that I, you know, cherish and everything. You know, I'm actually really surprised that they didn't really do anything for Call of Duty. I guess we're just gonna have to wait till like tomorrow. But yeah, guys, that was my thoughts on the Microsoft press conference for E3. Comment down below what you thought of the Microsoft portion of E3. Like the video, share it, and please subscribe to Pixel Talk if you haven't yet for more gaming news, gaming content, movie news, movie reviews, and so on. I'm going to be covering the PlayStation event tomorrow. I think it's the PlayStation event tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. And I think Nintendo's the next day. I don't know. I could be getting my days mixed up, but I'm pretty sure. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like it, share it. I am Corbin Stuckey, and this is Pixel Talk.